The new Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 trailer is out, so let's watch this together. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, right, let's watch this through, and then we'll analyze after. Oh, this isn't quite what I was expecting. Whoa, this is going quite fast, all right. Got some kids, we've got hazmat suits, got information about a child. Okay, we don't have information about a child.
Play Care. Our very own on-site orphanage.
Yep, definitely.
But it's not only that.
No, it's not.
School.
It's creepy.
Playhouse. A place to belong.
I don't want to belong here. VHS. Oh, that's the train.
The kids used to live here. Now
Yep.
look at it. Every shadow and every flickering light is a hiding spot. And when you're at your most vulnerable,
Oh no.
he'll kill you.
Oh great. Okay, this is a little bit more what I wanted to see.
Church is a hunting ground, whatever he wants it to be.
I want to know what happened and why. This is your answer.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so much to unpack with this. Oh no, there's definitely more of them that we have to face. Oh my gosh, what version of Huggy Wuggy was that?
All that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors. Smiling mouths full of teeth and meat and plastic. This world is theirs now. Welcome
my goodness.
home.
Welcome home? You're having a laugh, right? I don't, no. Wait, welcome home. 24. But that's backwards, isn't it? So does that mean it's this month? Wait, does that mean it's this month? Yo, I am hyped. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. There was so much in this and I need to go through this. Let's make the comment section a bit of a discussion. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if there's anything that you think. Oh, actually, that could be that. Okay, so the first thing we come up with are almost like these sort of like slides as such. So we've got obviously the people in the hazmat suits, which would probably link to the whole sort of like, you know, breathing in the gas, you know, from our lovely new friend, apparently. Or at least I would have thought so. So I don't know what's happened to these kids. They're all sort of blacked out with their sort of like faces all scribbled. So I don't know if that's probably not a good thing, is it? I'd like to guess that this was also the orphanage part of things, where obviously this is where all the kids sleep. It looks a bit weird though, because for some reason that looks like a chalkboard at the back and like a desk. So I'm sure it's not that. It might be a sink perhaps, I don't know. And then the next slide we've got are 4 kids. Obviously there's more smiling critters than just 4, so I don't know if these are in relation to that or what. I also find it funny that one of them is wearing a Huggy Wuggy shirt. It's a bit random. Huggy Wuggy got big and started killing everybody, so I don't think I'd want to wear a shirt of theirs. It's so annoying because there's obviously something significant about this. I just wish I knew what it was. So then it comes on to this. Now, I don't think that's a kid from this lineup. Might be, I don't know. The hair just doesn't look quite right. Maybe, I don't know. In continuation of our work, experiment 118 aims to leverage with our golden path forward, which obviously we unlocked from when we were last doing this trailer and having looked behind the scenes on the site and everything, because there was one like called like the golden path. What I want to know is what all of this is blacked out for. There's different things definitely that they've blocked out, but I can't imagine why. We believe we have the opportunity, and then can't read the rest, sophisticated and capable bigger body to date. These extra something 118's intended role for use in Home Sweet Home. It sounds like there was actually a problem as well, or at least there's reduced risk of prematurely decoupling the brainstem. Oh my gosh, from the spinal cord. It's crazy to think that there's no names with these kids at all, and it is just like, this is experiment so and so blah blah blah, and that they are in part of this initiative, and you're just thinking, Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But moving on from that, what's really cool to see is that there's more to this now. It's an actual world that these kids have. So now we get to see more of the world with this image. Well, at least the whole video here. So it's not just this little house, which had the little Poppy statue, which is from the last trailer. There's loads of other things going on that's making it seem like it's an actual world for kids, almost to make them feel more at home and not go crazy because they're not in the outside world anymore, because that's what it is, isn't it? They've kept them in and captivated this whole time. You can see some of like possibly the original toys here as well, but they're almost like turned into street lamps. And the smiling critters, they're at the center of this all. And it's so weird how we've not come across any of them before now. If they're such a big part of this, how have we not noticed anything to do with them really? Yeah, sure, there's been bits here and there, but it's not been like a predominant thing unless they're just more in the orphanage world. I'm gonna guess that this is the world that we're gonna be exploring next. I'm just terrified because there's a lot of different buildings and I don't know what's waiting for us in there. So I think they said that this was the school and this is obviously one of the classrooms. There's so much graffiti though. That's what I don't understand. Was it the kids? Was it because people managed to get in here after? Lots of smiling critter references. Aww. We're gonna have to go into every single one of these buildings, aren't we? That's what I feel like we're gonna have to do. Look how just crazy this looks. I mean, what is that there? You got weird, like creepy handprints, joy. Obviously, we see that word a lot everywhere, and I can't read what that is. There's something, and I'm gonna guess that means joy there. So they've just showed off the playhouse, but then this is immediately after they're showing the playhouse. So they've got even just sort of like a moon to imitate, I guess, for it being like at night and everything for the kids. Lots of different kind of like doors. It looks like it's up another floor there. What I want to know is what these are, because I thought that these were lifts initially, but if they went straight up, it doesn't make sense unless there's like a hallway just out here. So the only other thing I can think of between this sun being here and the moon is that maybe, and it's a long shot, but it might have something to do with Dog Day, because that is the symbol, isn't it? That's what they've got around their neck. And obviously catnap with being the moon. But then would this be where the kids are kept? I don't really see like many doors other than maybe that one. And it looks like there's a lot of photos and a lot of like kind of drawings and stuff. So I don't know. But maybe that makes sense because right after that, we're then shown this, which is all the bunk beds. Which doesn't make sense because that's what we've been shown the whole time is loads and loads of bunk beds. And that's what we thought where the kids were sleeping. But if we go back to this first image, this is actually more, I mean, we haven't seen this. At least I don't remember we've seen this. So actually, I don't want to say this is where the kids are sleeping. I kind of want to say that this is something to do with them being ill or something like that because they've got the hazmats on. There's something about this room that doesn't scream out that this is where they all sleep, because this is what we've been shown. This is where we think that they sleep. It looks more like it as well. Just looking at that train, you know what? I'm surprised we even survived off of this because, wow, that is a lot of damage. I was just trying to see if there's anything else I can see around this though. I don't think so. So we'll just move on from this part. Ooh, I didn't notice this before. What is that? Oh, that's peculiar. What is that power? What have we got on that hand? Oh, there we go. We can see it a little bit clearer now, but I still don't know quite what it's doing. Maybe I missed something, or you guys know, or you've got a speculation. Obviously, we're seeing more and more of the smiling critters this time as well. I love how they're showing the different hands, so you can rotate for different abilities. So I'll be definitely interested to know why we need all of these different abilities. Also one that shoots fire. I mean, come on. Just for a minute, look how creepy that is. So what room is this then? Where are we in the place at this point? There's like sofas and stuff and dining chairs and baby pictures. They've tried to accommodate so much for the kids to almost like have something normal-ish, to have a sort of sense of community. It's such a bizarre thing. They're experimenting on these kids, but yeah, they've gone to so much trouble to build a world inside of this place. So they've got Home Sweet Home, which is meant to be, I guess, where they sleep. I'm going to guess that is where they sleep. They've got obviously the school here. Then they've got a toy store, which it kind of looked like there was money on the ground at one point. So I wonder if it's that they're even giving them, I don't know, like earnings as such, or money, or pretend money to sort of then go to the toy store to buy things. I think it was outside the playhouse I saw there was like a chest of money. And I'm just sort of like moving the hands a little bit. So this is counselor's office as well. So it's like problems. You found the perfect place. Right, so it's almost like saying that if they've got any problems, they go to the counselor's office as well. But who's running these things? Is it staff that are running these, or is it all the kids that are kind of running it? It's so confusing. It's such a big place that there must have been a lot of kids as well. So who's actually in control of all this section?
Every shadow and every flickering light is a hiding spot. And when you're at your most vulnerable, he'll kill you.
That is super creepy. It sounds like we could be getting a lot of guidance from Poppy. Like a lot. So remember when we had to go against PJ Pug? Right, okay, that reminds me of all this bit. So there must be other sections like this, or it might be the same section. Looks like there's gonna be some new puzzles as well. I like how we've got a scope. That's a bit new. Again, there's so much to unpack from this. The fact that there's like this really big toy car. Also, why on earth is it in the place where all the kids were sleeping? Ooh, head of playhouse. So there is a good chance we'll probably be in maybe all of these buildings. Yeah, because this looks like one of the VHS tapes. This looks like it could be like red light, green light. The only reason why I said that is because you can clearly see it moved, but when the lights flickered. So I wonder, ooh, that could be interesting. We've obviously got a hand that can sort of light it up, like, you know, set fire out. I wonder if we'd have to use that to get around that one. Because I can't even see what that is technically, but that could be really interesting. Oh my gosh, if there's one of those, I'm gonna freak out. I'm not good with stuff like that. There's been a lot of games that have implemented that, so it wouldn't surprise me. Now, what on earth is this bit? Because this looks like it, I don't even know. It almost seems like we're in a cave underground at this point. Look at all these spikes from like the ceiling. And it's almost sort of like cave looking, kind of like interior. So there's a good chance we'll have some of that town to explore, but then also diving a lot deeper into whatever this is, unless this is like some of the walkways for staff to get from one area to the other, or this is kind of more where they were experimenting perhaps. Doesn't really look like it, but it just seems a bit more secretive because it's underground. I wouldn't say this is where the kids would be, or at least not by their own choice. And obviously we've already seen that Dog Day is going to be in this. This part I'd say is like probably one of those run scenes. It gives me that vibe that we've got to pick the right one to go down, or it's just, we've got to just run. Which obviously there was one in chapter 2, and you guys will know I hated it, mainly because I kept messing it up. So if there's one of those, oh, I'm gonna have problems. But again, where is this? So for me, this signifies we actually might see more of Kissy Missy, which I'm super happy about, because I think Kissy Missy was one of the really, really nice ones. But it also makes me wonder then if Poppy is actually, she's maybe not as bad as she seems. What I do want to know is what the heck is this? Why have they not got any eyes? It's the most creepiest part of Huggy Wuggy. I thought Huggy Wuggy was creepy before, but this is something else. It's almost like an empty shell. And there's something about it where it's just looking really deformed. But why? Okay, just one question, because Catnap looks humongous. How big is this place to be able to accommodate these bigger body ones? Like, it's just creeping me out. It's like it's on stilts. And to this day, there is still something about those eyes that it's not sitting right with me. I'll say it again, it gives me goosebumps, those kind of eyes. I don't like it. So I just wanted to have a look on Steam quickly because I want to just see if they'd updated it. They haven't yet. However, the trailer's only just come out. So I'd like to think that is definitely the date that it will be released. However, we have been burned on that before, where there's been some real issues that they really wanted cleared up, and, you know, props to them for making sure it's as good as it can be before it gets released. So let's hope that's the date and that it's not delayed. But let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking so far. I'm sure there's loads of bits I missed in the trailer. Maybe you guys know more. I'm just happy it's coming out. Although I'm super scared at the same time. If you guys haven't seen me play chapter 1 and 2 yet, go take a look in the description. I'll leave some links there, plus a video of it here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!